Quite some time ago, as Earl likes to say when he's referring to my generations, small hatchbacks really didn't do much for anybody except get you from point A to point B without getting wet under the rain or sunburned under the sun. Really something just to take to the grocery, get your stuff and go home. Nothing flashy, nothing spectacular really. Up until something like this came along, which is one letter away from being not safe from work, is loaded with features and absolutely great value for your money. This is the Kia Picanto 1.2 EX Automatic. Now up front, you've got halogen reflector headlamps and halogen projector fog lamps. Kia's tiger nose grille makes an appearance, obviously, and it's got this angry little look on its face, which kind of reminds me of my daughter if you think about it. Man, that's one feisty girl. Open her up, and under the hood, you are looking at a 1.2-liter four-cylinder motor that produces 83 horses and 121 Newton-meters of torque. In terms of fuel economy, if you're wondering, as you would, it's actually very darn good, even though it's not mated to a CVT, but rather a 4-speed automatic transmission. Now, with one maximum of 2 people inside the car, inside the city, you can get up to 12 kilometers per liter, which is not bad already. When it starts to clear up, you're looking at about 15 kilometers per liter, and on the highway, 25 kilometers per liter. So that's actually pretty nice. Now on the side, you'll see that the Picanto has only 14-inch wheels wrapped with 65 series tires. Not the biggest things on the planet, but it looks darn good and well placed on this particular car. As does too the side profile, because if you take a look at it, it kind of reminds me like of a Tic Tac. It's so cute and cool. And if that Tic Tac had a flavor, it would be its color, which is pop orange, which is absolutely spot on. You are also looking at 151 millimeters of ground clearance, which is really taller than most, and I like it on such a cute little car. One more thing I'd like to point out. Up here where the windshield meets the roof, now it's normally a straight line, but here it kind of mimics the tiger nose grille. It's completely unnecessary, but hey, I like it. It's actually pretty cool. The rear greets you with very massive tail lights, sort of like the eyes of the big bad wolf on Little Red Riding Hood. The better to see you with, my dear. But this time it's kind of at the back. That's kind of odd. Open the fifth door and you're looking at 200 very usable liters of space, surprising for a car of this size. Now it does have a lip which is about as deep as a case of canned beer, but it's not really a problem since the car is not very tall. If you fold the seats, you're looking at over 850 liters of space, which is a lot. You could probably fit a balikbayan box in there or Jack's lunchbox. The one thing that's surprising too is that the size of the opening is so big for a car of this size, and I actually think it's very, very usable. I'm liking this car. Now here in the back, I'll be honest with you, you've got maximum space for 2 average-sized adults, not large-sized adults. Really, it's a tiny car. But with that being said, this is Jack's driving position and he is 6 feet tall. I'm 5 foot nothing, granted, but look at the amount of headroom and legroom that I have, thanks of course to elevated seats. However, for the passengers back here, there really isn't much. There are no toys is what I'm trying to get at. No center armrest, no bottle holders on the door, no cup holders. Well, there is one, but you got to share it with everybody else in the cabin. And no air vents or charging points. Really nothing, which is actually kind of forgivable for the price point of this car and the size of what this car is. But really, you're not going to spend most of your time back here, are you? You're going to be up front driving. So let's get to that, shall we? Up front, things get a little bit more interesting. Check that, a lot more interesting. You've got a nicely shaped steering wheel, a bit dated, yes, but still very functional. In the center, you've got a digital trip computer flanked by 2 analog gauges that give you your speed and RPM. You also get a steering wheel with audio controls, which is actually very nice. You have uncomplicated manual air controls, funky aircon vents, it's kind of cute, and Kia's glorious 7-inch infotainment system. Okay, glorious might be a bit too much, but it is a very nice 7-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it also has a reverse camera with grid lines, which is great for a car at this price point. Overall, I'd say that the car is actually pretty standard, but standard in a way that Kia has set the bar because it's actually very well equipped, well enough equipped, I should say, and you get all of these things at this price point, which is not bad at all. In previous generations, you'd be begging, wishing for some of the stuff that's available in here, but now, like I mentioned, it is standard. There are a few surprises too, like cup holders that appear out of nowhere, which is not really anything great, but it's a gimmick and I love it. It's those small little things that really make you fall in love with the car. Do subscribe to our videos because we love making them for you. Don't forget to hit that notification bell too, because yeah, we love it when that thing goes ding, 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 ding. Aircon, 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 aircon. The Kia Picanto EX comes with dual airbags, ABS, and ISOFIX tethers. Driving the Picanto around town is just so darn easy. It's like driving around a little Tyke's car. Now, I'm not exactly saying that a child could operate this machine. No, not at all. But really, what I'm trying to say is that even a novice that would take this car into the tight streets of the metro won't have a problem at all. It's just so easy to drive and maneuver. Earl decided to prove that by going around in circles because, well, cabin fever, I think. Dude's lost his mind. Are you see? Now, it's not that lazy in terms of power. No, not at all. It's not that fast either. It's rather peppy is what I would say. I mean, it is, after all, only a 4-speed automatic transmission, but those 4 gears will give you a fun, very spirited drive. And you can't help but smile when you're driving this car because it's just so cute, and when you're in it, you can't believe that you're actually driving it. I know I say it a bit too much, but it really is just a cute car to drive. It's actually very fun. Also, gotta admit, I am quite surprised about how quiet this car really is. Wind noise, none. Engine noise, none. The only thing that you do hear is tire noise, and that's probably because there are eco tires on this automobile, granted because of its price point. So after that first change, and if you get yourself a decent set of tires, yeah, you might not actually hear anything ever again when you're driving this car. Okay, a bit extreme there, but you catch my drift. Now, without a doubt, and at just 745,000 Philippine pesos, the Kia Picanto EX is more than equipped to handle the challenges of the urban jungle. Yes, to some, it's still just an automobile that will take you from point A to point B, but this guy can do it while making you smile from ear to ear. That may not seem like much, but for this car at this price point, that's actually pretty compelling.